Hey there, Fragrance Fam! My name is Maddie and welcome to the AFI Project Lab. If you've been a long-time member of our Fragrance Fam, I'm so glad to have you. So our video today will show you how easy it is to make some adorable little scent beads. They're fun to look at and they smell great thanks to our version of Bridgewater Candle's Sweet Grace Fragrance Oil. You only need a couple of ingredients, some of which you might already have on hand. So go ahead and hit that like button if you're excited to get started and keep watching to learn how to make your very own. First, go ahead and measure out your beads. These little sodium polyacrylate beads are able to absorb enough water-based liquids to grow over 100 times in size. When they swell, they'll be crystal clear. So I need enough for about 8 ounces of air freshener liquid. So a teaspoon will be a good amount of beads to use. Now, if you'd like to scale the recipe up, use 2 teaspoons or 0.32 ounces of beads for every pound of air freshening liquid you'll be making. Carefully pour the beads into this sealable jar and don't let them bounce all over the place. Now let's go ahead and jump into making our air freshener liquid. Because sodium polyacrylate beads can only absorb water-based liquids, we can't just dump straight fragrance oil into there. It needs to be solubilized using a surfactant like polysorbate 80. Go ahead and measure out some distilled water so it makes up 93% of the formula. For me, that's about 7.36 ounces. Then in a separate mixing beaker, combine 3 parts polysorbate 80 to 1 part fragrance oil. So my scent of choice for these beads is our version of Sweet Grace by Bridgewater Candle. It's a fan favorite for a reason. The sweet herbal and calming notes is just, guys, it's so good. You gotta try it out for yourself. Okay. Stir the fragrance polysorbate together very thoroughly. You really don't need a lot of fragrance to get a great payoff from these scent beads. The better the mix, the easier they'll blend into the water base. Depending on how heavy your fragrance of choice is, it might go a little cloudy on you, but that won't affect how the scent beads work. If you want a crystal clear look, consider decreasing the amount of fragrance that you use, increasing the polysorbate 80 usage rate, or experiment with different surfactants. You might already know this by now, but if you're familiar with our videos, it's super important to include a broad spectrum preservative in any water-based product that you make. Without it, your air fresheners, lotions, and more can develop mold and bacterial growth, which is disgusting. So a 1% concentration of preservative like Optifin Plus will help prevent that. Stir it into the water and then we can top it off with a couple of drops of water-based dye. To match the feeling of the fragrance, I'm using a pinkish color dye. As the beads absorb, the color will gradually lighten over time, so if you're using a pastel color, be sure to add about 5 drops for a nice color payoff. Go ahead and fill your jar. So stir it up a bit just to make sure the beads aren't sticking to the bottom of the jar, then seal it using an airtight lid. Then we have to wait. Make sure to check on them every now and then, giving them a good shake just to help them get to that point. And you know they've done growing, they've fully absorbed all the liquid in the jar. All we have to do now is just uncap it. I feel like these look amazing. To get the most out of these beads, go ahead and cap the jar with a slotted lid like this one so you can increase the length of their aroma. If you plan on shipping these out, just make sure to seal them up tightly so they don't spill during transit. Over the next couple of weeks, the beads will release the fragrant liquid into the air. They're strong enough to scent a small bedroom, office, closet, or even your car. When these beads begin to dry up, simply make another batch of air freshening liquid and top the jar off so they have more to absorb, and you can use them over and over again, which is obviously really great. Overall, this is pretty easy, right? I'd love if you guys made some of these yourself using your favorite fragrances and colors. And please let me know if you have any questions about this project by leaving a comment down below. If you're interested in getting 10% off some of our best-selling fragrances, including this one, head on over to our web store to sign up for our newsletter. You'll be the first to know when we drop our exclusive coupons. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell icon to become a member of the Fragrance Fam. And I'll see you guys again soon. This is just a bye for now. Bye!